Good morning. I am Carrie Carter, and I am co-founder and executive director of Cargo Ranch. And today we wanted to talk to you guys about our 5K that's coming up. And we also kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about what Cargo Ranch is. Our run is, we had to postpone it like most everything else had to be postponed during these very crazy days. So our run has been postponed to June 27th at 8 a.m. at Heritage Church, which is 2100 North Bryan Road. If you're interested in signing up, we would love to have you out. You can go to our website, www.cargoranch.org, and there is a link there to our 5K race that you can click on, and it will take you directly to a place where you can sign up online. And we would absolutely love to have you. This is our 5th annual race, and we will have a couple of silent auction baskets there that have been donated to us by various people in the community. There'll be snacks there. So it's a great community event that we'll be out. We'll all gather outside. Right outside Heritage Church on the 27th. So please join us, come in. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what Cargo is, so you know what you're supporting when you come and run the 5K. The first person I want to introduce is Debbie Goss. She is also a co-founder of the ranch, along with my husband, Robert, and I. She and her husband, Jeff, run Cargo Ranch as well. Debbie, what are some of the things that you do at Cargo? Do you have a title?
Hi. I probably do. I manage the herd and also manage the teaching of our volunteers that want to use horses as their helpers to mentor children. So a double thing, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of wear a lot of hats. I think we all kind of wear a lot of hats right here. Okay, so our guest, Debbie and I, are going to be interviewing today Elizabeth Chlouber. She has a lot of different perspectives of what Cargo is, and she's also been a run participant, so she knows a little bit about the run, and she can tell us a little bit about that. We lovingly refer to her as Busy. That is her nickname, and pretty much the only thing that I've ever called her. So Busy, thank you for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
Glad to be here. We all
good. I think I got to turn my sound up so I can hear you. Okay, there we go. Okay, so how long have you been involved with Cargo?
I have been involved with Cargo since the beginning of Cargo. So what is that, 11, going on 12 years?
12 years this June. Yeah, Cargo's been around 12 years this June.
Yep, I have been doing it forever. I was born into Cargo. It's both my families, and it's been just the biggest blessing ever, truly.
So what do you do at Cargo?
Well, currently I am a part of the ECSI horse team. So I help on normal sessions. I help on Monday nights, training our volunteers that come out. I want to work with the kids and the horses. And then I also can help with work crew. I've been in charge of work crew sometimes. I've mentored a kid before, but currently I'm with the horse team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't live at home, or you don't live here at Cargo like you once did. You're married now. So really, you had a really good escape if you didn't want to be part of Cargo anymore. What keeps bringing you back? Why do you come back to Cargo?
The Lord. He is the biggest push and pull on my heart to get me out there, because it's not about me. It's not about these two ladies on the screen. It is about Him, and my life is for Him. It always kind of makes me tear up a little bit, because it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to be a part of. And I'm so glad that He's given me the desire to just be out there and love on those kids.
So, okay, so a lot of people ask, what does a typical day at Cargo look like? So a lot of people don't know exactly what cargo is. They've heard about us. They have seen us in the Outlook with horses and stuff. What does a typical day look like out at Cargo?
So a typical day would look like we all meet up at our meeting pavilion, and we have our meeting with our volunteers. We talk about what the day is going to look like. We talk about what kids you have, what things to remember, things to announce. We have our Bible study then, so we'll go through scripture together. We'll pray together, just pray for our kids that are coming out. And then we're all there waiting for those kids to get there. The kids will come up, they'll check their parents will check them in, and then they will get to go with their mentor and do their first chore. So we always love it when the kids get to come out, because we love to teach them to have be a part of something, to feel like they have in so they can have ownership. So what we do is we send them out and we have them write thank you notes for people that donate to like the 5K. We have them pull weeds in our garden. We have them saying, I did that. I have ownership in this place. Like, I can say that I've helped. So they start out with that. And it's a really good time just to start with a mentor to say, how are you going? Like, how's the day been? How is school? How is family? Like, you just kind of get a feel for what the day might be like, if they need to talk a little bit more or if they just need to have some fun. So after their chores, they can either go to the catfish pond and they can feed the catfish, which is fun. I feel like that's just such a hokey thing to do. Come out and feed the catfish. But they go up and they feed the catfish, and they can go down in the fishing pond and they can go fishing, which has been a really hot spot this year. Everyone's caught everything, and so that's really fun. They love to go fishing. And then also we have our horse program. So they can come down and work with their mentor and a horse, and they get to go in the round pen. We've been staying on the ground mostly, but they can ride in normal sessions. It's just been so hot. And that's kind of what it looks like. Or they can play games if they get tired, or they can play crafts. Really, we don't want it to just be about one thing. Like, you think cargo and you think horses, but there's so much more to do. And the beautiful picture that I really love to see is that, yes, they come out for the horses, but then we've seen so many kids just want to hang out with their mentor, so they talk the whole time, or they do things where they can be with them. And that is what it's all about. It's not about the horses or the catfish, or it's about that connection with that person. And that's been really, really cool to see.
So it sounds like a lot of the stuff that you do is expensive. Is this an expensive program for your kids to go to?
It is completely free. The kids that come out, we charge them nothing. The mentors that come out don't get paid. None of us are paid. It is all from just people that love us and love the Lord and want to come out.
So is there a particular way that we raise money for the ranch?
Yes, there is.
Coming up.
There is, yeah. So our first thing coming up generally would have been in April, is that right? Our 5K. So it would have been in April, but we have the 5K. And we have decided that that is one of our favorite fundraisers, because it's short and sweet, and so many people show up in our community. A lot of people ask, like, what can I do for cargo if I don't have time to come out? If I can't come out and work, I can't do that. How am I doing cargo? You can participate in our fundraiser. So we have our 5K, and that is a really great way where our community, even our church body surrounding us, have really stepped up and gone, I can help here. Run, or you can have a sponsorship, get your name on a cool little sign that people can run by, and you can volunteer just in ways of set up for the run. But it's a really great, just fun picture to see, because a lot of our donors, we don't actually get to see most of them. They're friends and family, but when those people show up at the 5K and they show up to cheer on the runners, or they show up to cheer on our cargo kids that get to run in the 5K, it's so fun. And even, I think my favorite thing about the 5K is the signs that the guy, what's his name, Carrie? Give him a plug.
Martin Updike from I-40 Race Services.
Yes, he is amazing. I think he has just been the most perfect pairing for cargo because along the race he has verses, and I got to run with these 2 years ago at the 5K, and it's just so fun to point out the verses and go, look at that verse. We can do that. We can do all things through Christ who give us strength. He is the one that pushes us forward. So I just love that. That's a beautiful pairing with our ministry. And then also we have a garage sale, which is really great, really difficult and fun, but we love it. It's good. It's a long time coming with that garage sale, but it really does. It is a really huge fundraiser for us, and unfortunately with the coronavirus, normally we get a lot of donations from OU. This year we were not able to do that because they moved out at different times. And so we are taking donations. Is that right? I'm not.
Yes. We are taking donations on Mondays and Tuesdays from 5 to 8 in the evening.
So all that time spent in your home, you've got a lot of stuff that you're like, nope, I need to get rid of that. I don't know where to bring it. Bring it to cargo. We'll take it. We got a garage sale. When's the date of the garage sale?
The garage sale is going to be July 24th and 25th. I don't have a calendar in front of me. It's one of those weekends towards the end of July. It's going to be hot, but it's going to be worth coming out to.
Yeah,
it'll be
it's
great.
out at cargo as well, so you'll get to see a little bit of cargo.
Yeah. Okay. So your perspective is a little bit different. I know recently, even as early as last night, you kind of had a little story of one of our new kiddos that came out to cargo. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
About the story or about my perspective of which one?
Oh, sorry. Just about your story last night. I think your mom's going to ask you some questions about the perspective. Yeah.
Absolutely. So as I said, I get to work with the horses, and it's a pretty chill night in the summers. Everybody's really relaxed and they just kind of go do their things. They know what they're doing. So I was down with our mule, Sarah, and she is, how tall is she, Mom? Is she 16 hands? Can she hear me? I'm pretty sure that she's 16 hands. She's a super tall mule, big horse. And so I was out there. She was at the hitching post, and I had gotten her out for people to just come and brush and kind of hang out with each other. Of course they could, so I had Sarah. And I had one of our mentors, Jeff, come up with his kid, and he was a new kid, and he'd never been to cargo before, and he is a very small kid compared to this horse. I mean, he could have walked underneath her. So he was like, oh my word, that's a huge horse. And so I said, well, hey buddy, how's it going? Welcome to cargo. And he was saying that he wanted to play with the horses. So I had Sarah, and I said, well, we can play with Miss Sarah right here. And he said he was looking up at her, and he was shaking, like so scared because of her size. He was kind of all just new and a little nervous. And so he was shaking really, and he was scared, and his little lip was quivering. And I was like, but she's a little bit big, so why don't we use somebody that's more your size? We could do that. I said, do you want someone smaller? And he said, smaller? Yes, please, smaller. He would love something smaller. So we have an adorable little donkey that has been donated from my grandparents. His name is Cactus Jack, and he comes up to about my kneecap. And he is just the shortest, cutest little donkey that just loves to greet everybody. And so I said, we've got somebody just your size. And as I turn over into looking into the horse pen with William standing right there, I look over, and Donkey, Cactus Jack, just walks up right to us, points his ears toward him, and just says, hey, I see that you're my size. Let's hang out. Let's have fun together. And I know it sounds crazy. And if you don't work with animals, it sounds crazy. But I do know that is how the Lord uses our animals in cargo, because he sent him here to say, I see you. you're known. And William loved him, and he just was able to, brush him and pet him. He was walking him around, and it was just like a beautiful thing that the Lord could have with that kid, that like, I see you, let me meet you where you are. Don't be afraid. It's okay. I gotcha. So it was just beautiful. Loved it. So sweet.
Awesome. Deb, do you have any questions to ask this lovely lady?
Hi, Mom.
And I think she's frozen.
Oh, no. Dang it.
Can you hear?
The reception is so lovely for my kids. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Well,
How tall is Sarah? Every time.
for some reason there's a lag with her computer. I don't know why.
I know. Yeah, that's weird.
Hopefully we'll get it fixed before the next time. We'll get her in a spot. We'll sit her down in a spot and get her connection. Okay. Okay. I'll ask a question. So Busy, your perspective is a little different from most volunteers. You've been a volunteer for a while. You've been a runner. In the race, you help with all the fundraisers, but kind of most importantly, you are a daughter of the co-founders. So, a lot of times we kind of push our kids into whatever ministry that the parents are doing. And yet, here you are still doing it. So tell us a little bit of your perspective as a child being raised at the ranch under the guise of kind of your parents' ministry. Like, this was the Lord laid on their hearts to do, and yet you're still here. So what does that kind of look like for you?
Well, I would be lying to say that it's not been difficult at some point in my life where, we've gone out and we've worked in just the ridiculous heat, or I've done things that I don't want to do, or I've not felt like talking, or I've been in a bad mood. That I would be wrong to say that that's not a thing. Thankfully, that is about maybe 20% of my perspective when that comes out. That is not the whole time. I have never felt like it's my parents' ministry. I am so grateful for that. I think it's a really big part of just like how you and Robert handle, how you guys like invite us to come, and how my parents have invited, us to come out there and just be. I think you guys have shown us what it looks like to open your arms, open your hearts, open your home, and be willing to do that. And, you've been really good just examples for that, and showing me that it's not about selfishness. And I've just always felt like this was also my ministry, and I'm so grateful for that, because just the times that I was pushed out of my comfort zone to, be with the kid, talk about them, and to be vulnerable with them, and to get out and work in the heat and do really difficult jobs at sometimes. It's all just been for the Lord, and I'm grateful for that, because I really believe that is the ministry that Carrie is. It's not about the people, and I really think that has been such at the forefront of all of our minds, that I've not been able to put myself in the equation and go, well, I don't like this, so I don't want to be here, or I don't like that about that person, so I don't want to help. It's been all about the Lord, and I'm just really grateful that that's what my mom has really done, is you've pointed it to the Lord. We say cargo, but everyone knows that it is the Lord's ministry, and that's how I've been able to stay. It's because it is the Lord's.
So we had a question. Someone asked us how they get their kids involved, or how do they contact us? Any thoughts on that?
how the kids come out.
Yeah, how did a lot of people say, how do they hear about us? And I don't know, except
I
that
don't know either. I mean, I really feel like a lot of it is a word of mouth. Like by word of mouth from our church bodies, Life Church is such a huge supporter of Cargo Ranch, and I really feel like that's how we've gotten so many people. Carrie, I know you know a lot of people through your work and how they've come out here. I really don't. I don't know how they come out here either. It's just so crazy. We've always had people. We've always had kids. We have a website that you can get on, cargoranch.org.
org. Yep.
Yes, cargoranch.org. We have an Instagram page, Cargo Ranch, but the website would probably be more informative. We have a Facebook page, so you can find out more, and then you will be contacting Carrie. She will be your first line of contact. She will be the one who talks to you, talks about your kid, lets you know what it looks like, if we have any spots open. But the biggest thing is, if we have spots open, I think that's a big thing to say, is the only reason we have a spot open is because we have a mentor to fill it. So the other big part about Cargo is not so much just the kids coming out, is the mentors coming in to volunteer and to help us reach these kids, because we can't do it without our mentors. We fully thrive off of them. We have a lot of OBU students that come out, and we are so grateful for just that plug that we've been able to have with them. And then our surrounding churches, people come out, but we need the mentors, we need the people so we can love on those kids.
Deb, can you hear us now? Are you up and running? I don't think so.
That's a little better.
A little better.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Okay, so tell us about who can come to Cargo. What ages? What type of kids come to Cargo? Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh boy, yes. Well, I know it's till 18. Is it 6 to 18?
It's actually 7 till graduation. So we don't necessarily put a age on exit date simply because some kids don't graduate until they're 19 or whatever, and so we don't want people to have to leave in the middle of their senior year just because they turn 19. So really it's just 7 until they graduate. The kind of kids that come out to Cargo are just kids that are struggling with something, that have an obstacle in their life, something that is troubling for them that they have to deal with or walk through. We have a lot of kids that come out that are being raised by their grandparents, or they've been adopted, but they've been adopted by some great families. But man, there's some baggage that comes along with being adopted later in life. We have kids who are being raised by single parents. Whether their parent has passed away or is incarcerated or for whatever reason. We have lots of kids that are raised by single parents, and they need that male mentor. They need that female mentor in their lives. So Cargo provides that for our kids. So that's primarily who we minister to. We have 3 sessions that we do. We do a fall, a spring, and a summer session. Our fall and spring session are open from September and October. Unfortunately, we were canceled this spring like so many others, but typically we go from the week after spring break in March until May, the middle of May. And then during the summer, and we did open back up for summer, which we were super excited about being able to do. We open up for the month of June, and we go for 4 weeks in June. So each time that we have a session, the kids are able to come out 4 different times. So they come out 12 times a year. And again, it doesn't cost a thing for our families to come out. So yeah, that's kind of who we mentor to. We're always looking for volunteers, like Busy said. We use a lot of our volunteers from OBU, but we also use a lot of our volunteers from Life Church or just people in the community that have heard about us that want to make a difference in our community. So, yeah, that's kind of how. That's our kid base. That's who runs the program. Yeah, I think that's about it, right?
Okay. Yep.
Did we forget anything, Busy? Can you think of anything?
No.
I don't know.
I don't
No.
know.
So come out and support us for the garage sale the end of July. That actually pays for our liability insurance. And if you'd like to make any donations to the garage sale, we're open the next 3 Tuesdays and 2 Mondays. You can come out and bring stuff between 5 and 8. But even more soon, a great way that you can support Cargo is by coming out and supporting the 5K on June 27th, Saturday, June 27th at 8 a.m. at Heritage Church, 2100 North Bryan Road here in Shawnee. You can sign up either go to our website, www.cargoranch.org, and there's a tab there for the 5K. You can go to our Facebook page at Cargo Ranch, and we can hook you up with a link there that you can also access a way to sign up. You can also give us a call. I can send you a registration form if you need to. It's only $30 to run the 5K. The early bird deadline is actually quickly approaching, which is June 11th. So you want to get in before June 11th or the price goes up $5. You can also sign up the day of the race. So not sure whether you want to commit yet, especially it's hard to commit during these COVID times. But so you can come and sign up on run day, but know that you won't be guaranteed a t-shirt. If you want to be guaranteed a t-shirt for the run, which this is actually the t-shirt, it's the Cargo logo on the front of it. You've probably seen them around town. So you'll want to sign up by June 11th to make sure that you get a t-shirt. They're super cool. We have great goodie bags that have all sorts of stuff in it. Chick-fil-A is going to be helping us and sponsoring us with the goodies in there. We're super thankful for Paul's Place and Heritage Church and Sac and Fox Nation for being title sponsors for us this year. So please come out, support Cargo on June 27th. And thank you so much for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow. We will have Trevor Williams with us tomorrow to talk about what it's like to actually be a participant or have a child in the program with us. So tune in tomorrow, and we'll see you back here. Thanks.